mind us to say that I missed you like crazy a lot. A lot. I love your hair. I love your shine, Lily. I love you.
20 seconds of courage is all it takes to shift fate. Though the boy now comes off as a successful charmer who's won the girl's heart just last month, Dylan was a troublemaker in his teacher's eyes. His negativity and rebellion aren't innate, though they stem from a sudden tragedy. 6 months ago, his mother passed away from illness. Dylan's grades plummeted, and he constantly got into trouble at school. Every art assignment the teacher gave him turned into a dark, airy piece. The school noticed Dylan's severe psychological issues and expelled him. Watching his son spiral into despair, Benjamin is overwhelmed with guilt, yet he's still grappling with his wife's loss, unsure how to pull his son out of the darkness. Thankfully, life holds a glimmer of hope. His 7-year-old daughter Rosie is sensible, even helping with household chores. But even the young girl has her own troubles. Their neighbors throw parties late into the night, and the nonstop noise leaves Rosie unable to sleep. After much thought, Benjamin makes a bold decision to move, to escape the place that's filled with reminders of his wife. The next day, a real estate agent takes him and his daughter house hunting. They search the entire town, but find nothing they like until Rosie spots a villa in the suburbs. Sitting on 18 acres, it's surrounded by lush trees and fresh greenery. They can't wait to move into their dream home, never guessing how many hardships lie ahead. As it turns out, the house sits right next to a zoo on the brink of collapse. The catch to buying the property: they have to take over the zoo too. Benjamin knows nothing about animals and instinctively wants to back out. But despite being just as clueless, Rosie is overjoyed. She starts chatting with the peacocks. It's the first time Rosie has smiled since her mother's death. Benjamin's heart melts. He knows nothing matters more than his children's happiness, so he decides to buy the place on the spot.
We bought a zoo!
His son, however, vehemently opposes the idea. The zoo is 10 miles from town. He'll never see his friends, and he couldn't care less about wild animals. But convinced this is what's best for his kids, Benjamin goes through with it. Benjamin gathers his 5 employees for a meeting. Kelly is the zoo's manager, and Lily is her cousin. At just 12 years old, Lily is a head taller than Dylan, who's older than her, much to Dylan's embarrassment. Benjamin passionately announces his plan to renovate the zoo and reopen it in 4 months. Even the monkey squirms awkwardly at his grand declaration. Beneath its seemingly lively exterior, the zoo is a complete mess. A 650-pound bear is suffering from depression, and an elderly Bengal tiger needs special care. Yet bills, medication, and food costs add up quickly, and countless facilities need repairs to fix safety hazards. Staring at the numbers on the bill, Benjamin's face falls. Kelly can't wrap her head around his actions. The staff haven't been paid in months, and they need a boss who actually knows how to run a zoo, not a former journalist. Benjamin gets serious about it. He grabs lumber to fix the enclosure, but as soon as he steps inside, a porcupine charges at him, driving him out. His son Dylan is just as miserable. Holed up in the attic, he paints the darkness in his heart. But the outgoing Lily keeps finding ways to get close to him. She brings him homemade sandwiches, praises his art, and encourages him. They lie on the roof together, stargazing and talking. Lily is like a ray of sunshine breaking through Dylan's dark world. He acts cold and reserved, but his stomach is filled with butterflies. That night, Benjamin takes Rosie to feed medicine to the sick tiger. Dylan, however, is forced to go turn off the garage lights. A mysterious large box catches his eye. He opens it to find a bunch of snakes inside. Dylan panics, running away without locking the box. The next morning, hundreds of snakes are slithering all over the yard. Benjamin frantically calls Kelly, and the staff rush over to help catch them. Benjamin complains about his son's carelessness. Already indifferent to the animals, Dylan's pent-up frustration erupts. He kicks a snake away and accuses his father of being so patronizing toward him. Before they can catch their breath, a new problem arises. The Dark Lord is speeding into the zoo. The surprise inspection by Inspector Ferris sends the staff into a panic. His word alone can determine whether the zoo reopens, and he's notoriously strict, always finding fault where there is none. After a nitpicky examination, he declares 12 facilities need to be redesigned, requiring yet another huge sum of money. Benjamin tells the staff it's just a minor setback and he'll handle it, but as soon as he turns around, he kicks a trash can. Witnessing this, the staff are convinced he's going to give up. However, he picks the trash can back up. Kelly can't help but smile. She's certain Benjamin isn't a quitter. A brown bear is wandering aimlessly on the road. The father and son stare at it through the car window. Oh no, isn't this the depressed bear from their zoo? Benjamin hurries to call Kelly, and the staff fan out searching for the bear with tranquilizer guns. Eventually, Benjamin spots it on a spacious hillside. Unwilling to pull the trigger, he hesitates until the 650-pound beast swats the gun out of his hand. Instead of pouncing on him, the bear just sprays him all over the face with saliva. Suddenly, the bear collapses to the ground. It turns out another staff member had fired a tranquilizer dart. Benjamin realizes the bear never meant to attack him. It seemed much less depressed than it did in the zoo. Maybe it had escaped just because its enclosure was too cramped. So he decides to double the size of the bear's enclosure, and the transportation and medical costs max out his credit card entirely. His efforts earn full respect from the staff. Kelly is even secretly attracted to him, yet no one notices the confusion and anxiety eating away at him inside. After the party, Benjamin and Kelly chat while sharing stories of their pasts. Benjamin praises Kelly for being incredibly pretty and highly competent at her job. Touched by his sincere compliment, Kelly blushes and drops her guard.
And if I wanted to be kissed by you, you wouldn't have a choice.
But Benjamin turns her down. He used to be an adventurous journalist, braving swarms of killer bees and interviewing dangerous figures. He could withstand all kinds of hardships and pressures, yet he still couldn't get over his wife's death. Before long, the accountant gathers the staff and yells that Benjamin is a fraud. She checked Benjamin's account and found it empty, claiming Benjamin would abandon the zoo soon. The staff's enthusiasm plummets instantly. Lily rushes to tell Dylan they might have to move. Far from sad, Damon is overjoyed, muttering that he'd finally get to see his friends. He buries his head in his painting, seemingly oblivious to Lily's gloomy expression. She holds back her tears before leaving quietly. Dylan is totally insensitive when it comes to feelings. His eagerness to return to a familiar place clouds his judgment, and little does he know this joy won't last long. 2 days later, Benjamin calls the staff together with wonderful news.
The money came through.
The night before, overcome with sorrow, he'd put on his late wife's favorite hoodie, hoping to feel her presence. When he reached into the pocket, he found a deposit slip. He rushed to the bank with his accountant brother, and after checking carefully, they discovered his wife had left him $84,000. Turns out she'd foreseen he might face investment failure someday and saved the money to support his dreams. With this lifeline, Benjamin had no reason to fear or give up. Benjamin delivers an impassioned speech, vowing to do whatever it takes to reopen the zoo. Deeply moved, the staff all pledge to stand by him. They fix every substandard facility, determined to leave the inspectors with no complaints. Only Dylan feels out of place amid the harmony. Lily hadn't contacted him since she left that day. A week before the reopening, a new problem arises. An elderly tiger refuses to eat, suffering terribly from illness. The staff all agree euthanasia would be the kindest choice, but Benjamin firmly opposes it, leading to a fierce quarrel with Kelly. In fact, his stubbornness stems from a fear of death. The dying tiger reminds him of his wife, who'd suffered terribly from her illness before passing away. Once calm, Benjamin opens up to Kelly. He admits he'd moved here to escape the place filled with memories of his wife, but he'd been wrong. The more he tried to avoid the pain, the more it lingered. Seeing Dylan's eyes, which resembled his wife's so much, only made his heart ache more, especially since Dylan always talked back to him, leaving him frustrated. Unbeknownst to them, Dylan overhears every word. He mistakenly thinks his father hates him. The two have a huge fight, shouting out their grievances. They'd both endured the same pain, yet they misunderstood and hurt each other, neither willing to ask nor to explain their hostility an insurmountable wall between them.
Dylan really loves you, you know. He's just mad that his friends don't visit him here. He thought they would all visit, but nobody came.
When they finally calm down, they realize how much they actually love each other. For the first time, they sit side by side on the ground, putting aside arguments to talk from the heart. Dylan confesses he likes Lily but doesn't know how to get along with her. He'd already hurt her feelings once because he wasn't paying attention, and now she wouldn't speak to him at all. Benjamin smiles.
Sometimes all you need is 20 seconds, and I promise you, something great will come of it.
At that moment, they finally recognize their problem. It's not that they don't love each other, but that they don't know how to express that love. They make peace at last, which is surely what their wife and mother would have wanted. Benjamin then makes the final decision to let the terminally ill tiger pass away peacefully in its sleep. To honor the tiger, he has Dylan's tiger painting printed as the zoo's logo. Dylan is overwhelmed with joy as their father-son bond grows even stronger. At the end of June, the final inspection arrives. Even the harsh inspector, known for being extremely nitpicky, can't find a single flaw, and they successfully obtain the operating license. Their hard work and sincerity have finally paid off. But fate deals another blow. A rare, heavy downpour hits 3 days before the reopening. The gloomy weather casts a shadow over everyone's mood. Dylan wanders aimlessly in the rain and stops outside a restaurant by chance, where he sees the words on the window. "If you love me, let me know." It hits him suddenly, and he sprints to Lily's room. Remembering his father's words about 20 seconds of courage, he shouts out his love for her. As if celebrating this pure love, the sun breaks through the dark clouds on the opening day. Everyone cuts the ribbon excitedly, but no visitors show up even an hour later. Dylan runs forward and discovers a tree blown down by the rain is blocking the zoo's entrance. When the staff climb onto the tree, they spot a long line of tourists waiting outside, and tears fill Benjamin's eyes. The crowd helps each other climb over the tree, and in an instant, the zoo is filled with laughter. It's no longer a lonely place for animals, but a spot where more animal lovers gather. Emboldened, Callie confesses her love to Benjamin. Her courage gives him the strength to let go of the past and embrace a new life. In the end, Benjamin takes the children to the restaurant where he first met their mother. He vividly reenacts how he'd mustered 20 seconds of courage to win her heart, and the children stare as if their mother is sitting right there, warm and gentle as ever. She will always live on in their hearts, accompanying them in a whole new way.